What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Joey Work. We're back. RunPureBets.com. Going to give you my best bets, leans, and looks for tomorrow. That is Thursday, July 29th, entire MLB card. Yesterday's free YouTube best bet of the Miami Marlins team total over 4.5. Easy casher cast in the second inning. That makes my YouTube best bet record now 41, 24, and 3. Last night, I did have my weekly bowling league, so I bowl once a week, and we smacked the team we faced, but it was a circus act, to say the least. I mean, normally you get 10 minutes of practice, then bowling starts, right? You bowl 3 games with handicap based on average, blah, blah, blah. Each game counts as 2 points. Total pin at the end of the night counts an extra 3, so 9 points on the night. Practice is over. One guy on their team who we already saw, we know he's there, just went missing. He's nowhere to be found. He finally shows up in the 7th frame. We're like, dude, we skipped you. Where the hell you been? He goes, I forgot my bowling shoes. But I was here 20 minutes early, so I had to drive back to my house to get my bowling shoes. I was like, are you kidding me, bro? He's like, yeah, I was hanging out. I got a beer, blah, blah, blah. Didn't realize I didn't have my shoes. So then he asked if he could catch up. Like, bro, it's the 7th frame. The rule book says after 3 frames, we probably would have gave you to the 5th. It's the 7th frame. And we also waited, and we waited at a bit to start because we're like, where the hell is, I forget his name, John, but where the hell is John, So it is what it is. We didn't let him bowl the first game. We beat him by, a couple pins. Second game comes, his teammates instructs me, his ball never came back from the ball return. He tells me to go up to the desk, tell the people at the bowling alley on lane 28, his ball never came back. I was like, you know what? I'll be a nice guy. I got to go up there, check if I won my brackets anyway. I'll go up there. I went up there. I tell her, hey, ball return 28. 5 minutes go on. The guy's still standing there. No balls have came back in the ball return. Guy walks back up and goes, oh, my God, my ball's been here the whole time. I'm sorry. Like, he didn't do it on purpose. He just stupid. I literally started dying laughing. I'm like, I asked the clown, I'm like, dude, what has he smoked? And, you got to pass it to everybody before you come bowling, bro. Thank God we kicked their ass all 3 games. Otherwise, these antics would have riled me up, and I would have been pissed off. But for those counting at home, I bowled pretty good last night, too. 269, 259, 196. Last game was pretty bad. That was the only game that I actually had an open 724 series. I'm pretty happy. But on to some baseball, where we can win some money. I am coming off a 3-0-1 day for Run Pure Bet subscribers. Obviously, we cashed the Marlins team total over, which I mentioned. Plus, we cashed the A's team total over 3.5. And that one was in the first inning. Beat the second inning Marlins. That one was in the first. We got a nice Tigers first 5 money line at plus 118 as another winner. And I gave out the Yankees first 5. That was a push. So 3-0-1 for my Run Pure Bet subscribers. Appreciate you all. If you want to subscribe to get all my picks, runpurebets.com. Use promo code BETS25 off to get 25% off your first month. Fully tracked website with picks since inception every single day. But appreciate the chat, hanging out. Nutflush Allen, Jason Cornell, John A., Gregory Rindosh, Ray, my guy Ray Gavoski, Ronnie Ryan, my guy. Appreciate you all for hanging out. Thanks, guys. All right, so into this slate. First game, it's looking like Washington, Philly. It's going to be a double dip, but obviously, their game was canceled today because of COVID issues. So I'm not going to try to cap a game here unknown on who's in or who's out because of COVID. So I'm going to skip these 2. I'm going to dig more into it once I find out, exactly who's out, who's in, whatnot. So I will let Run Pure Bet subscribers know if I make a move. So I'm just going to skip both those games. On to the Braves, Mets. Drew Smiley, Tijuana Walker. Mets minus 140 and 8.5 is the under-over here. I do kind of like the Mets, but enough to bet them? Probably not. They've struggled to score as of late. In bottom 3 in runs scored versus lefties. Get a veteran in Drew Smiley, the lefty on the hill for the Braves. Yeah, I know he's nothing special, but he's been pretty serviceable this year, and he's pitched at least 5 innings at 7 of his last 8 starts. Plus, the Mets have, slightly over 50 at-bats versus Drew, striking out 20% of the time, batting .231, so small sample size. But Tijuana Walker is someone I do like, and I normally like to back, but he has struggled, especially in his last 2 starts, allowing 5 and 6 earned run in back-to-back starts. And his Brave team has really good BVP versus him. Neither bullpen do I really trust either, so ultimately I am off this game. We got B-Rad Malibu, my guy. I never had a 700 series in my life. Ricky Chan, appreciate you. Nutflush Allen said Mets bats scare me. Yeah, me too. B-Rad, I actually have an 800 series. I bowled 800 a couple years back, and then I bowled 796 back-to-back weeks in the league. But 800 on the dot is my highest series. I also have 5 perfect games. I got 1 ring to show for it. But all right, Yankees Rays next game. Yankees minus 135, under over set at 7.5. I'm sure you all heard the news. Yankees have acquired Joey Gallo. They're obviously structuring minor details, but more than likely that'll be done tonight. And I wouldn't be, I really think he'll be in the lineup for tomorrow. He has a short flight from Texas to Florida. What is that? Hour and a half flight? Luis Patino going for the Rays. He's got hit hard out of late. He's allowed 4 runs, 5 runs, and 4 earned runs in his last 3 starts. He definitely has good stuff, and this will be his first team, obviously, versus this Yankees lineup. So I do expect some butterflies from the young righty here. And Garrett Cole going for the Yankees. I mean, do I have to say anything about him? He's been really good as of recent. I know he struggled once they started eliminating sticky stuff, but he's been really good as of recent. And the Yankees are a spot where they need to win every game possible. And he's seen a lot of this Rays team, 270 at-bats. They strike out a 36% clip off him, 251 X-weighted on base percentage. And I know everyone was in heroics after Joey Gallo. He strikes out too much. Well, you got to go past that. Do some homework. The Rays, 60-41, strike out the most in baseball, over 1,000 strikeouts on a year, and they're first place in the AL East, 60-41. Come on. Gallo is also 25th in on-base percentage in all of baseball. That's pretty damn good. Obviously, he's got a cannon of an arm. Win replacement is, I think 6th or something in MLB. But, I'm going to limit the bullpens because at the moment, the Rays are the better bullpen, especially the Yankees trade away the 2 key arms in Luis Cessa and Wilson to the Reds. So an official play of mine will be Yankees first 5, lay the half run. I'm going to go back to the well here, lay the half run, and that's at plus 105 via BetMGM. That'll be my first official YouTube play. What's good, my brother? Tease, appreciate you. No 10-unit lock bets. Jason Cornell, wrong channel for the 10-unit lock bets, buddy. We do 1 unit on every single play. That's what I do. Every single play is 1 unit. Sometimes it'll be half units, correlated half unit plays or half units, but I've never went over 1 unit. It's just bankroll management. Use bankroll management, and long term, you'll be a profitable bettor. Greg Renosh, what about a first 5 under in this one too? Yeah, I'm not totally against it. Depending on what the number's at, I'm not totally against it. Grabs Yankees live tonight, bottom of the 8th, minus 1.5, plus 180. Boom. Nice. That was a sweat, Tease, but nice. Reds working. Yep, Reds are looking good. Smash the like button to show Joey some love. Yeah, appreciate it. All I ask for is a like. I don't ask for much. Just hit the like button. Appreciate it. All right. White Sox, Kansas City Royals. Next game, White Sox minus 170 favorite, under over set at 9.5. The White Sox team is getting healthy, and they're, getting scary. Eloy Jimenez immediately gives this offense a boost. He had a home run in his first game back. And Carlos Rondon on the hill. The lefty has been really good this year. 8-4, 2.24 ERA. And he's pitched twice against this Royals team. Both early in the season. I think it was his first and second start of the year. Don't exactly quote me on that, but definitely early on. And in his career, he has really good numbers versus them. Limited hard contact. For the Royals, it's Carlos Hernandez, who was a guy I think, the White Sox should get to. He's allowed almost a 50% hard hit rate. Exit velo in the 90s, and he's walking batters at over a 15% clip. He does throw gas, though. He throws about 98 to, upper 90s, sometimes hitting triple figures. And his career, he has thrown harder and harder as his career gone on, and he throws the 4-seamer more and more. He's another guy who skipped a lot of the minors. He only played single-A baseball, got sent up to the majors, then last year in the shortened season went to AAA for 1 season, and now he's right back to the majors. He has struggled as of late, hasn't pitched more than 4 innings all year, so essentially you're seeing a lot of this Royals bullpen, and they're one of the worst bullpens in advanced stats in baseball. So I have a hard lean towards the White Sox here. And as you know me, I never advise anyone to lay over minus 130. That's probably my, exact stopping point is minus 130 because long-term it's minus EV. So I'd rather take the White Sox on the run line here, lay the 1.5. They are on the road, so you get 9 at-bats. So the lean on this game is White Sox run line, White Sox minus 1.5. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, though. I will let Run Pure Bet subscribers know if I do make a move on that bet or not. Jordan Elmore in the house. Appreciate you. He says, what's up, Joey? Tigers' money line was so sweaty. You think a 10-0 run is safe, but not when you bet on Detroit. I mean, Jordan, you took the words out of my mouth, buddy. I was on the golf course watching the game from my phone because I have MLB package. And I was like, if they brought in Derek Holland, then now the bases are loaded. It's 10-6, bases loaded. And I'm saying to myself, if Derek Holland blows this, I probably, I would have been ecstatic. I would have been really upset on the golf course, probably threw a couple balls in the water or, broke a club or done something stupid. But appreciate it. B-Red Malibu, Votto is on fire. That is for damn sure. All right. Next game, Reds Cubs. Speaking of Joey Votto, Cincinnati minus 115 favorite. There is no under-over in this game. Obviously, it's in Wrigley Field. No under-over means they're just waiting to see what the wind's like. But what a fun series this has been so far, minus the craziness. Obviously, the craziness of Baez and Amir Garrett. Quietly, Joey Votto, before tonight, he homered at 4 straight. Now he homered twice yesterday, twice today. So they're 5 straight, 4 homers in 2 games. And the Reds did add some solid bullpen arms, as I mentioned earlier. Luis Cessa, he debuted tonight, had a perfect inning. And Justin Wilson from the Yankees. So Luis Castillo going for the Reds. This guy's been really good, especially as of late. He hasn't allowed more than 1 earned run in his last 4 starts. And he got his ERA all the way down to 4.2. I mean, at one point in the season, it was in like the 7s, the mid-7s. So he's clearly pitched really good as of late. And I kind of saw that coming, The market overreacted to him starting bad. So he got good prices. But now he's, basically back to where he was. And he has really good numbers versus Cubs team in his career. Alex Mills for the Cubs. Speaking of BVP, he has really good numbers versus Reds team as well. And he has been pretty decent as of late. I'm just not sure how much the Cubs desire is really there. I've been saying this for a couple weeks. I get it. There's a rivalry here, but Chris Bryant will likely be out of the lineup if not traded by the time. I wouldn't be surprised if someone else or a couple pitchers get traded too tomorrow, making them unavailable for the game. Essentially, the trade deadline is Friday, so I expect a lot of deals tomorrow. So with this game, I'm only interested in the Reds here, but at the moment, it's going to be a pass for me. Next game, Dodgers, Giants. LA Dodgers minus 120. Under-over set at 8.5. Seeing David Price versus Johnny Cueto. Seems like runs, right? Hold on a second. These teams haven't scored over 9 runs. They've only scored over 9 runs in 2 of their last 8 games versus each other. And David Price has slowly been stretched out and out. And if he pitches well, he'll probably pitch about 5 innings. And the Giants hit lefties pretty good, but they are banged up themselves, still without Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford. And Cueto is a guy I normally like to fade. He's made me eat my words a couple times this year, but he always gives up runs. He doesn't have anything overpowering. He finally gets to face a good team who's seen a lot of them. His last 4 starts have been versus the Pirates, the Cardinals twice, who disappear a lot, and the D-backs. But in those starts, he's allowed 13 runs over 21 innings. And obviously, this Dodgers team is still a little banged up themselves. Not the full lineup out there either. But I do have a slight lean towards the Dodgers at this cheap price, as I did tonight as well. Brewers, next game, Brewers-Pirates. Brewers minus 180 favorite, under-over set at 8. Freddie Peralta, guy I really like going for the Brewers. And he should get a full start here. I know his last start he's pulled after 4 innings, and Adrian Hauser was entered. At that time, the Brewers were using a 6-man starting rotation. They wanted to get their work in for Hauser. Hauser did pitch today, so I expect a full workload from Freddie Peralta, possibly 6-7 innings. And then on July 4th, he did pitch against this team, pitched 6 innings, 2 earned runs versus the Pirates. And, he gets a Pirates team essentially losing their best player over to the San Diego Padres. So, and possibly more people tomorrow before the deadline. So, not really a team I'm interested in backing, especially not tomorrow or Friday before the trade deadline. And Chad Kuhl has been pretty good this year. ERA slightly above 4, hasn't allowed more than 3 earned runs in his last 6 starts. And he's only allowed 1 or less run in 4 of those 6 starts. So 2 starts, he allowed 3 runs each. The other 4 starts, he's allowed 1 or 0 runs. Milwaukee team definitely has got better on the offensive end as of late, with the additions of Lorenzo Cain and Eduardo Escobar, who they traded for today. But they did lose Christian Yelich to the COVID list, and I'm pretty sure one other offensive player went to the COVID list. So if you looked at their lineup today, it was quite ugly. Nomar Avias was in the 3-hole. Not really, doesn't scare you. I know they put up, I want to say 8 runs today. So they did score. Omar Narvaez was in 3-0. So they did score some runs, but it's hard for me to lay that price right now. So I'm going to essentially be off this game. Next game we got is Baltimore Orioles, Detroit Tigers. Tigers minus 150 favorites. Under over set at 9.5. Holy hell, the Tigers put up 2 touchdowns and a field goal today, 17 total runs, and they gave up 2 touchdowns themselves in 14 runs, 17-14, excuse me. So, obviously, both teams have multiple arms coming out of the pen, and the Tigers' pen was already bad. We're only talking about the Tigers here. The Tigers' pen was already bad. So, they have been playing pretty good baseball as of late, and a lot of good mojo. They won 9 of their last 13 games, and they have, probably the better starter on the hill of the two in Casey Mize. He has slowly groomed himself into, a decent pitcher this year after a disastrous 2020. But he hasn't really pitched deep into games, especially as of late. With that said, I do expect the manager to have him on a longer than usual leash because of what they went through this last series and especially today. Alexander Wells, the young lefty for the O's, he has good stuff, really good numbers in the minors. This will be his second start in MLB this year after pitching out of the pen. Then he got sent in the minors to ramp up his workload to make him a starter. Now he's back. He only made 1 start. This will be his second start. He has a 4-pitch repertoire. His favorite pitch is a 4-seamer. He has a slider, changeup, and curveball, the other 3. Tigers are pretty good versus lefties, top half in all major categories. So I can see this game getting started slow, a couple 1-2 innings of no-run ball. But once the second time through the order and once the bullpens get involved, I definitely expect runs. So this will be a live spot I'm targeting, which will be a full game over here. I would love to get number 7, 7.5. So no official play pregame, but that is a live target on total. That's also what you get, with the Run Pure Bets membership. I'll be in the Discord. You could contact me if you have a question on a late game. Like I went 3-0-1 today. Someone contacted me, hey, I want to bet this late game in the Dodgers Giants. You have any leans? I told them, yeah, the lean is the Dodgers. Nothing special. I'm personally not betting it, but if you're craving for action, the lean is the Dodgers. So these are the aspects, the good things you get for being a Run Pure Bets member. Next game we got is Toronto versus Boston. Hyun-Jin Ryu, Eduardo Rodriguez. Showing even money basically on both sides, minus 110 on both sides. Under over is set at 10. Both teams have seen their opposing starter a lot. While Ryu is probably the better of the 2 starters, Boston is significantly better versus lefties. And, both over 100 plate appearances versus the other. The batting average, xWOB was almost in the same spot. I guess if you're comparing BVP, Ryu is the better starter as well. This is basically a toss-up game, flip it a coin. I think the Red Sox are the better offense of the 2. But I think Hyun-Jin Ryu is the better starter. So this is a tough one for me. As of late, Eduardo Rodriguez got I think it was his last start cut short because he had, versus the Yankees, he pitched maybe an inning. He was suffering from a migraine. So I know people were bashing him. I personally suffer from migraines myself, and I lose vision where I actually, I can't, when I'm looking at a screen or whatnot or lights, I lose vision. I can't really fully see. So I can't imagine trying to throw a baseball. When I'm trying to, study and do work, it definitely harms you. So I'm not going to throw him any bad words his way for that. So no official play in this Toronto game. 10 is probably an even number, a fair number. I guess if you had to pick a side, I would take the Red Sox because I personally think they are the better of the 2 teams. But I'm not going to pull a trigger here. Joey Lamb, my guy, appreciate you. John A., Jace Peterson. Oh, Jace Peterson's the other guy that got COVID. I appreciate you for, putting that in there. I knew it was somebody else. I knew it was him too. Lance LaRose, appreciate you. And Greg Rindosh, yeah, I said that in the Discord. The Tigers scored 17 runs without a homer. That's freaking hard to do. But kudos to them. All right. Next game we got is Athletics Angels. I'm not seeing any lines here. Let me just refresh this, make sure I'm not stale. No lines. Probably because the Angels haven't named a starter. It's looking like Montas versus Alex Cobb. I think that's it, right? What do we got? Yeah, Montas versus Cobb. And, I mean, Cobb has pitched really good as of late, too. He hasn't allowed more than one run in his last 4 starts. He did have, one bad start previously before that on the road in Tampa Bay. But this is like another guy who pitches predominantly better at home. And he gets an Oakland lineup with Starlin Marte in it. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure if he'll be there in town in time. But that will definitely give him a nice little boost because they definitely need a little pick-me-up with the Astros running so pure as of late. Frankie Montas is a guy I like. Maybe it's me. I think, for the eye test, he's better than what the number suggests. I know he's got a 4.3 ERA, but he still, had a quality start in his last 5 starts. He had 1 blow up in Texas on the road. Another guy who normally pitches better at home, but this game is on the road. This is a big game for both teams. The Angels are slowly, quietly staying in the race here. I don't see them acquiring anybody big. Their offenses, though, you look at their lineup, it doesn't scare you at all, especially with still missing Rendon, still missing Mike Trout. And they just added David. Who did they just add? Was it Walsh? They just added Walsh today to the injured list. So that's another bat out of the lineup. I know Justin Upton is back as well, but slight lean is toward Frankie Montas and the Oakland Athletics. Again, there's no line here, so this is just based off of starting pitching matchup, essentially, and who I think is the better team. But that's where we're at. Next game, I got Rockies, Padres, Kyle Freeland, Joe Musgrove. Again, this is a game with no lines because I guess it's showing that the Rockies haven't named a starter yet. Yeah, haven't named a starter. But I'm seeing Kyle Freeland and Joe Musgrove. Joe Musgrove, he's pitched good versus this Rockies team. And this Rockies team, quietly has been playing pretty good as of late. But I definitely expect Trevor Story to get traded, him not to be in the lineup. And I wouldn't be surprised if a couple more guys get traded from their team, guys that are expendable. But this team also much better at home than on the road in the friendly confines of Coors Field. And Freeland, obviously Musgrove has struggled as of late. He has got hit hard, especially in his last couple starts. He definitely has got hit hard. And Freeland, somewhat the same. He pitched good against the Dodgers his last start. Before that, he's pitched 7 straight quality starts. So he's pitched really good, other than he started off pretty bad. I don't think he pitched at all last year. So this is his first time coming back, or he did pitch last year, but this is the first, full season, because last year was a shortened season. First full season back in, because he did get sent to the minors, I want to say, in 2019. So he floated back and forth, but he's pitched really good here. And the Padres, pretty good versus lefties, decent versus lefties. Obviously, their lineup is much better than this Rockies lineup, but I do expect the Padres to be a heavy favorite here, probably minus 180, minus 200-ish is fair in my book. So essentially, I'll probably be off this game. With Musgrove's recent, the way he's pitching as of late, I really don't want to trust him here. I get it. He's at home versus a shitty, somewhat shitty Colorado team that can't really hit on the road. More than likely missing Trevor Story and possibly another bat. So lean would be full game because I don't want to limit to the first 5 because the Rockies bullpen is really bad. So lean would be full game with the Padres. But again, you'd have to lay the 1.5. And I don't really like to do that with home teams. I'd rather just keep that to away teams. So no official play here. So all in all, I do have one official play from this video. I will definitely add more plays in, but I'll only give those out to Run Pure Bet subscribers. I'll post in Discord and an official spreadsheet. I'll probably be up for another 2 hours. I know it's midnight here in the East time. I'll be up for another 2 hours and then back up at 7 in the morning. Joey I work all the time, barely sleep. So I'll be up early. If I don't post tonight, I'll post first thing in the morning, but more than likely I'll just post a couple plays. I'll dig more into these games and post a couple more plays tonight. So Run Pure Bet subscribers, make sure I'll tag everyone in the Discord, and I'll put it on our official spreadsheet. Fully transparent and track spreadsheet, something not many betting services do. Show full transparency. Every single bet since inception that I made is on that spreadsheet. So the one official play from today will be Yankees first 5 minus a half, and that's at plus 105 via BetMGM. I will be back Sunday with the boys, JJ and Holden. Maybe the fax man shows up, maybe not. Maybe Holden brings one of his friends. Maybe they don't show up like last week. Who knows? But We'll make you laugh, and we're going to give you winners. That's for damn sure. So until then, guys, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Good luck, everybody, on your bets. Appreciate you all. Jack Walker said, will the Nats trade Max? More than likely, I think they do trade Max. Yes. To who? That's the question. I don't know. Adam Nace says, keep up the good work. Appreciate you. Ronnie Ryland, give me the thumbs up. B-Red Malibu, thank you for the video. Appreciate your leans, man. Lance Lewis, appreciate the hustle. Appreciate you all for hanging out, really do. And the comments, I like to interact with you guys. And, obviously, if you ask any questions, whatever, I try to answer the best I can. But I appreciate you all. Hit the like button on the way out. Until then, Joey Work, good luck on all your bets. Joey Works out. Peace.